Hey everybody, it's Premiere Gal here, and today I'm going to be teaching you how I storyboard for my videos that I produce. So I've mentioned this term before, but I am a shreditor. A shreditor is a shooter, editor, producer. And now a lot of companies now, when they're hiring people internally, they're looking for somebody that has skill sets from pre-production, the writing and development of the video plan, to the production, which is the shooting, the lighting, the audio, all of that, all the way to post-production in Premiere Pro, all the Adobe software. You pretty much need to know it all. And the same goes for if you're a freelancer, right? So a lot of the videos that I produce, they are short promo videos for social media, they're short documentaries, so they're not big elaborate scripts, you know what I mean? They're kind of just like I get a concept, I get some sort of goal, and then I have to deliver some sort of plan, right? Now, I just don't give my client just like this plan that says, oh, here are the goals, this is what we plan to achieve, this is the audience. That's important, but you need to have something visual, right? Because video is a visual medium. So if you just give them this video plan with a bunch of text, you might as well just be giving them a press release because, you know, it just doesn't have any creative visuals to sort of bring it to life, right? So what I have here is a storyboard template that I downloaded from Studio Binder. They have a whole bunch of different styles you can choose from, and they're all free, so I encourage you to go check it out. And so what I'm going to do is read a concept that I was given by a client, and I'm going to show you what I thought of to visualize it, and then show you a couple storyboards that I'm going to draw with you right now. I haven't even started yet. I'm doing work right now. I'm multitasking. So here is the client brief from my laptop here. It's, we want to crowdsource photos from teachers around the world and have them write a line about the favorite part of their classroom. And then we want to make a video for it for Facebook. Okay. It's pretty broad, so they want to crowdsource photos, right? And this is for their Facebook page. So we're just going to collect a bunch of photos and make a video out of it, right? So what ideas did I think of? Well, they're teachers, right? So I was thinking, you know, why don't we have a bulletin board and do something stop motion animation. If you don't know what that is, you should watch my other video. I will put a link to it in the description box. But stop motion is, it's basically where you take a photo each time you make a movement, and then you lace the photos together to show that movement over time. But it's stop motion because it stops and moves, right? So I thought about doing the photos going down on the bulletin board, right? And then having written text of what they say come across. So in order to show this idea to the client, I want to do some storyboards just to get the idea across, okay? So I'm going to go ahead and start in this storyboard here. I'm going to write the name of the project. I'm just going to call it Teachers Around the World. And so you'll notice here there's an area for you to write the scene, the shot number, anything about the plan, like what movement you want to take place. And now you don't need to be good at drawing, right? You just need to have a basic idea of what you want to convey, even if it's just stick figures and shapes. So I'm going to write opening and shot one. And so you'll notice here, Spike, what? I'm with them right now. I'm storyboarding. I thought you wanted to learn. Okay, so you'll notice here it says ECU, CU, MCU, MS, LS, ELS. What the heck does that mean? Is it some sort of disease? I have no idea. Actually, I do. I do have an idea. ECU is Extreme Close-up. CU is Close-up. MCU, Medium Close-up. MS, Medium Shot. LS, Long Shot. And ELS is extreme long shot. Now all of these, you know, are just representing like how close you are to the subject. You could also probably add one called OVS if you're dealing with people, which is over the shoulder. So what I'm going to do here is just sort of draw out how I envision it. This bulletin board. This is how I envision it. It doesn't have to be perfect, right? Don't get caught up in the details because you really just want to show, it's really for yourself in a sense. Spike, come on. work with me here. And so what I'm going to have here is maybe just an arrow saying that this is going to animate in. So you can even write on it if you want. Animate in. And then I'm going to maybe start it off with the title logo. So then I can have, let's say, some logo coming in and it's moving, right? And then it will land here. Let's say logo. And then we'll have it animate out. Okay? So that's very basic. It's just a bulletin board. And then what we would want to happen for shot number 2 of the opening is we'd want it to have some photos come down. So I'm just going to go ahead and have the bulletin board again. Okay. And then I'm just going to have a photo come down. And I want it to be kind of big because remember this is for Facebook, so people are probably going to be watching on their mobile phones. And I go over this. The platform is the message. How people interact with your video will determine the aesthetic. So let's say the photo is going to be about this big. And we're going to print this out. So we can write printed photo. And it can just have, say it's a teacher here with the students. Very basic, right? And this can write animated in. And we can even animate a push pin. So let's say we want the push pin to come in. Push pin. Sometimes it's helpful. Sometimes it is helpful to actually write out what you're drawing, especially if you're not good at drawing. And so another way to sort of indicate the action flow, if I go back up here, I can have a number 1 here. This is animated in first. The bulletin board is animating in. Number 2, the logo's coming down, right? And then number 3, this photo's coming in. The photo, right? And number 4, we want the push pin to come in. And then number 5, let's say we want the text to come in. So whatever they are saying, we can animate in through stop motion. And I'm just going to say that this is a long shot because it is showing the entire frame. And so do you guys get the idea here? Basically, I'm just sort of envisioning how this would be and to see how these photos can be turned into something visually interesting. You can also write notes on the side that, you know, you can have some happy-go-lucky music playing. You know, if there's a voiceover or anything like that. Voiceover. And you can put even that you're using a Canon 24-105 millimeter. So yeah, that's pretty much how you do it. And you have multiple pages here. So I would just recommend sort of going through initially, mapping out the idea. And this can just be the first version. You know, you can just sort of map it out and then maybe do some more refined versions of it to include in the brief or the video plan that you're going to present to your client so they understand. If you're remote, it might be good just to, you know, pop on a Google Hangout with them and just sort of talk it through so they fully understand. Maybe you can include some examples to stop motion so they know exactly what you're talking about, because sometimes it's hard to see without an example and you don't want to have to do stop motion, especially if you're just like a freelancer. It takes a lot of work. So yeah, I hope that you guys found this useful. If you did, give it a thumbs up. Please subscribe, and I will see you guys soon next week. Bye. you'll always be here when I film, just like this.